Hello everybody, I am Brantman19 and we're playing a new game today in a new series called Transport Fever, and I'm going to put the word new in quotation marks there because yes, I've already played some of it and I've already uploaded it, but then I realized some of you guys, my viewers, some of you guys are here just to listen and watch me play a game, and some of you are here to actually get a walkthrough type experience. And I realized when I went through the first two missions, I did not do it to the 5 gold medal standard. I kind of either dropped the medal here, or I only did like 3 medals I think in the first mission and 4 in the second one. So this time though, we're going to fix that. We're going to make it so that the first 2 missions have all 5 gold medals the first time through. So yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to start that.
The land of opportunity demonstrates your talent and rise to become the most powerful transport company in the most powerful country in the world.
All right, sounds good. We're going to be in America because when we're playing this right now, we are also playing Supreme Ruler 2020 as Germany in Europe, and I think it'd be great to see a change of scenery. So let's go to North America.
The future lies in the West. We will bring progress to this barren swath of land full of simple-minded country bumpkins and savage natives. But transporting the required goods is painstaking and expensive. A railroad from east to west, now that would be a real gold mine. But the competition never sleeps. The Central Pacific Railroad has already started construction on a line from the Pacific. Let's beat them to it and open up the Wild West.
All right, so this one's called Wild West, and we're going to be building that Transcontinental Railroad from east to west.
Welcome to the Wild West. It is the year 1864, and we find ourselves in the tranquil settlement of Cheyenne, somewhere in the middle of nowhere. The tracks from the east end here. Our job, to construct a railroad line to the west, the first transcontinental railroad in the whole of America. The investors have given us a rather modest sum of money, but that'll have to do if we don't want to scare them off. If the competition carries on working at the current pace, they're expected to reach the goal before us. Let's spare ourselves this disgrace and get started.
Alright, so let's do that. Let's look at our medals first. There is Hidden Treasure, find the hidden gold nugget. Dry Spell, take the route past all wells in the desert. Tool Factory, act with the foresight and build up a stockpile of tools as early as possible. Beat the competition, be faster than the Central Pacific Railroad, and complete the route before May 1874, which is 10 years away. And happy investors, make your backers happy and never exceed your budget. So these two are very hard to do at the same time. The rest of them you can do pretty easily and at your own leisure. Except for Tool Factory, there is a tiny bit of one on there, but the way we're going to do this, it's going to easily beat that. So let's go on here back in the mission. Let's hit start.
If we want to beat the competition to the goal, we'll need more workers, and workers need feeding. Once the men are half full, this business with food could generate some extra income for us.
Alright, so we've got to deliver grain from Cheyenne Farm over here to the Cheyenne Grain Storage over here. So I'm going to build up our quick little pieces here. We need to put a truck stop. Oh, whoops, I've got the game paused because I want to not waste time. Okay, we'll build another one right here. Then we need to build a depot. I'm going to build it right here, and then I'm going to buy, let's go ahead and hit pause. Then I'm going to go with the freight horse wagon. I want to buy 3 of these. And we're going to set their line to go from there to there. You should always start at the pickup spot. That makes a huge difference. We'll go ahead and hit play and let these guys go. That way we're not wasting too much other time on the video. Now let's go here and say Cheyenne. This is going to be called the Cheyenne Grain Road. Okay, that looks good. These guys are going to go. They're going to go pick up grain from here. And if it looks like it's not showing up yet, so we're going to pause them. This is perfectly acceptable. We don't want him to waste an entire run. There you go. Yeah, there's 9 there now. There'll be 12 by the time this guy gets in there. Okay, and okay, you can go now. He's trying to get some distance between these two. Alright, there we go. So he's going to carry, we only need to deliver 4, and he's carrying 4 on him of grain. So once he pulls in here, it'll start clicking up the 4 that we say that we need. So we can begin building track, which is so important in this game, or at least in this scenario. Alright, he's running there. Alright, we've got 3 of it, and it should be starting any second here.
Let construction begin. In order not to fritter away our meager starting capital already on the first leg of the journey, it'd be sensible to choose a route that avoids costly blasting operations to build tunnels.
Okay, so that means, well, instead of building a tunnel through here to get to Laramie, because we're going from here, Cheyenne, to Laramie, we're going to go through this pass around. Now, yes, it's quicker for later on, but I'd prefer to go around the pass anyway. So, let's go ahead and build out our track. I know I have the game paused, but we can do the laying of track while it's paused. Hit play for a second, hit the green, and look at there. We probably saved us 2 or 3 days by doing that. In as much track operations as you do, that can end up saving you a month or so in the final end of the game, which is very important because you never know. You might come to the final month when you start getting this done. Hopefully, I'm getting this done about 6 months to a year in advance. So that's not going to be a worry. Now then, let's go follow this road. That's a bad deal right there. There we go. Now you don't really have to worry about speed so much. As long as you're going faster than, say, I don't know, maybe about 35 when you're building up the line, you'll be okay. So if you find a cheaper way to run the track, you should definitely do that. Right now, though, there's just really not a cheaper way to do it. Right there's the cheapest part for me. Okay, now we're going to run this track kind of like that. Hit pause, play, there we go. And then I'm going to build a freight station here. Very important that you build a freight station like that. Oh, whoops, can't do it. I keep forgetting that pause thing. Okay. This is the only mission that I've seen that you have to worry about pausing the game. Or being, because you can't build when you're paused up. So, alright, anyways. There we go. That looks like that's going to still be just fine on our speed. Build you.
Wonderful. This one leg completed already. However, we're already encountering our first difficulties. It was very good of the government to place this land at our disposal free of charge. If it weren't for those damned Indians. They've pitched their tents right in the middle of our planned route. Our scouts seem to think they're rather displeased with the white man and his iron horse, and that's us.
Okay, so basically what I'm just checking right here is to say, hey, I can touch the town, which of course we connected, so we did, and I can touch this tool factory over here. It's very important for that, what is it, the tool factory metal over here that we touch that. So let's go ahead and run our tracks across the road just to get that part knocked out. Okay, hit play, and then now let's go deal with these Indians that they were talking about in our way.
Those damned Indians, they're sabotaging our work and are said to have physically attacked some of our men. We need to do something. We have various options. Either we buy them a piece of land of equivalent value, which could get pretty costly, or we could settle it the old-fashioned way, which would probably cost us our good reputation in certain circles. Or else we could try to bribe them with firewater, although its consumption is known to make one rather aggressive.
Okay, so we have 3 options: oust the Indians with violence, buy and exchange their land, which costs us $200,000, or bribe the Indians with firewater, costing us $10,000. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, ousting them is not what you want to do. You cannot complete the medal if you do that. Bribing them, I haven't tried. I don't know what will happen, but just for the sake of being super safe here, we're going to go ahead and just exchange the land for $200,000. And that handles the Indians. They're no longer a problem. And then we'll go ahead and build our track up here now. Perfect. Now then, we're going to, instead of going straight into Rollins, I want to build something else instead. Let's get a freight station that's kind of like an ending line look. That's what this is right here. We'll build him as close as we can to this iron mine. Right over here. Unfortunately, we cannot connect them both with the same station. If there is a way, I haven't found it. It's probably a very difficult thing to find. Okay, there they go. Let's connect to there. Good job. And then we're going to create right about here. A little bit of a line come off right there. Hit play. There we go. And then we're going to build our depot. Connected right Oh, we're going to turn it just a little bit right there. And then we're going to buy our trains. Now we have two options, the Baldwin 6 wheels and the 440, the General. The difference is mainly cost. And it cost you $317,000 for the General. It cost you $172,000 for the 6 wheels. There's also the running cost per year. There's a huge difference there. $52,900 a year in running costs for the General, and only $28,700 a year for the 6 wheels. And then if that doesn't help you out just a little bit, there's really not too much difference in tractive effort. The speed, there's only a 3 mile per hour difference. I'm going to go with this 6 wheels to head up my this train, and then we're going to buy as many gondolas as we can without possibly going into debt, which you need about $200,000 for this run to make sure you don't go into debt at all. So we have 1.64. Let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's fine. We'll run with 6. That's more than enough to do what I need to do. So we're going to connect from there to there. And then we'll let this train start going while we name our line. This is just going to be merely transporting iron. So it's our iron line. See there, super simple. Don't need to make super fantastic names or anything. Okay, we have $300,000 in the bank. This guy won't even use up all that much. Yeah, he's using $20,600 a month. No big deal. Alright, we'll let him run all the way up there. Hopefully he can get there and we'll have a full load ready for him. He can carry 42 iron right now. So we need to make sure this has 42 or as close as we can get to 42 before he actually takes it in. I at least want a half of
The
one.
loan has already been used up. The investors won't like that. But if we ask nicely, maybe they'll give us a little bit more.
Okay, so do not take loans. We do not need to do it. It will happen when you drop below 250,000. As long as you don't go below 0 and you don't take any of these loans, you won't have to worry about messing up that part of the mission for that metal. I'm going to move him a little bit closer. There we go. Okay. We're at 24, 25. And I want to get to 30. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and send him in now. That way he can make some money. There you go. He's at 30. Setting off and getting ready to go. We should have plenty to go to make it back. You know, plenty of money in the reserve here at 160,000. Yeah, we're making a little bit from that other line. Okay. It's best to just let him make it back here first before you go building anything else, like the actual connection to Rollins. We don't need it just yet. So he's probably about a third of the way here. We're at 110,000, 113 actually. Yeah, these guys down over here, this grain road line is making us some money. They're not making us a lot. Let's take a look at how much they're making. They're making about 15,000 a year. If they can make that 22 and offset, this guy's stuff would be awesome. I don't think they'll end up doing that much. Okay, he's already right here. See, I probably could have waited another month. Maybe 2 even. Yeah, I could have waited 2 more months. 3 more actually by the time he rolls in. Okay, he made us 290,000. That's a pretty decent amount, and he wasn't even completely full. So we have plenty of money for him to make it up there and back. I want to go ahead and set up a way to get my tools from here into town. So what's going on is these guys are producing iron to this tool factory, and the tool factory will eventually get too big for its own pants. It won't be able to sell its stuff, and it can't. Then our tool line won't make as much money. So we need to look and see where we can sell our tools. So there are 3 different kinds of buildings. There's residential, which are green, the blue is commercial, and then the yellow is factory. If we take a look at residential, it doesn't really take anything in. These people have to get to commercial buildings to buy things. Well, the commercial buildings use tools, and let's see about the industrial. They do not. So we need to make sure that tools are getting from here into here. So I'm going to use a nice little, simple little thing I have found. I have learned this. It didn't even take me that long to learn this thing, but the bus line station, you can use it instead of one of these truck stations as a drop-off point. So that's what I've done here. I built one of those there. Build this guy here. We're going to run 3 horse wagons. And we're going to build him from there to there. Oh, set line for all of you to line 1. We're going to name line 1 we'll go ahead and name it the, what is this? Laramie Tool Road. Okay, we're at 121,000. The train is nearly back. He's got a full load of 42 iron. Let's see how much he makes when he rolls in here. Which it'll be more than enough to continue our lines. Just want to take a good look at it. I'm going to make a guess. It's going to be around 400,000. It should be more than it should be 400,000 or more. So let's take a look. And he brought us in how much? 407,000. Close enough. It's more. Okay, so we now need to let that line kind of mature a little bit. He needs to get back here, really, is my thing, before I spend any more money. Let's see. The Laramie Tool Road is not making money yet. He will when he gets a couple lines running through him. He'll start making good money. It's cheaper to run like trucks and wagons and stuff, I've found, than running trains. This distance right here is too far for, unless I have like 20 or 30 of these little guys running around. They don't transport enough for that to really make sense. But he made 2.39. Oh, we're about to make money on this line. Once he gets over there, we'll be making money. Okay, he's arriving right now. And yep, there we go. We're making money on that line. So we'll see how much it gains over time. Alright, he's all the way up here. We're in no possible way are we going to end up losing all of our money unless I just spend it on dumb stuff. So we're going to build this train station here. Going to connect to a road here. Oh, look at that. He just upgraded. Yep, now he's producing 200 possible. Very important that we do that, or that happens. Okay, we're going to save a little bit of money by connecting here. We'll deal with this more later.
The problem with the Indians has been settled, but we've already encountered our next challenge. Before us lie miles and miles of nothing but bone-dry steppe. We'll need to make sure we don't run out of water. However, there should be iron ore deposits that we can exploit to earn a bit of extra money and to produce tools.
Okay, so you can already tell right there, it's kind of telling you, hey, there's that iron ore down there, you should be connecting to it. Well, we're already doing it. So that's not that big a deal. Let's see here, we've got another full train, it looks like. Yep, he's full. Connecting in right there. This guy needs to, yeah, he's going to end up upgrading in 3 months' time, 2 months now. Let's see, and you don't have to act super quick on building everything. You can let your train run a time or two, because, I mean, you've got so much line to build. From Rawlins onward, through Evanston, Ogden, and then down here to Promontory Point, you've got a long way to go. So if you end up saving up some extra money, that's fine. As long as you built that line and you've got a train on it by, say, 1871, you're in good shape. Or you have a train running the full route, that is. Which that's our last little piece of the puzzle to this mission. Okay, I'm going to let him get there and then back one more time. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and track this thing in Rawlins, just for the fun of it.
It is rumored that a huge nugget of gold is buried somewhere in the wasteland before us. The first settlers are said to have buried it somewhere out in no man's land, while on the run from gunslingers. An aging saloon girl in Laramie knows more. Okay, let's go see this Laramie saloon girl. Oh, whoops, that just set me out in the middle of nowhere. Let's go to Laramie. Let's talk to her. The huge nugget is buried in the desert, says the lady in the saloon. That is, of course, incredibly vague. However, she also seems to think that the Indians might have already found the nugget and then reburied it, as in their minds, gold cannot be eaten.
Okay, so we went from her. Now let's go talk to the Indians. This is why we did not get rid of them, and we did not want to make them hostile.
A small Indian boy who was evidently better disposed towards us than his fathers has whispered the following to one of our people. In the mountain that the sun kisses goodnight, and where the shadow of the great tree pierces the heavy rock, you will find nothing that can be eaten. What is that supposed to mean?
Okay, so we're going to end up having to go dig it up from somewhere. We are not going to worry about that in this episode, though. That'll probably happen either next episode or even maybe the one after that, right when we have all the money we need to actually run this line, or to run our full passenger line across. So, alright guys, I think I'm going to end this one right here, where we are really making good money. We have 6 cars running each time, making about 400,000 a run, which is very good money. Every single one of our guys are profitable here. So, I can't be really, I can't be all too concerned about anything. Sorry guys, I appreciate y'all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.